Guys, I know it's been a minute, but I'm back. I know the setting is a little different, but give me a minute and I'll explain why. Get out of these people's face. Okay, so I'm currently in Atlanta, Georgia, no longer in Tuscaloosa, no longer living in Tuscaloosa or attending school. I'm done with school. Graduated May 4th, and I have my master's degree. But I wasn't physically able to attend the graduation. So my life has changed drastically. And it all started on March 12th. I was in a traumatic car accident. That explains this and this. Anyway, I'm currently in therapy or waiting on therapy to start. I go to therapy Monday through Friday from 8:30 till 2. But I have to get up at 6:30 to be here on time. And I've thought about picking up my camera several times. Today, which is my last day, I just finally had the time and thought about it again. So I decided to pick up the camera to record. So bear with me. I don't know if I'll record anything else today in this area. But when I make it home, I'll be recording again to update you all on what's happened exactly. This is gonna be very open and very honest. I'm also gonna include some pictures in here. So yeah, I'll be back. So I'm back with my glasses. So major difference, I know, but I had an eye exam about 2 weeks ago, and I learned that my vision was a little messed up. So I'm currently 4-eyed. Not currently, I'm 4-eyed now. And I think I can tell y'all about the car accident at this point. So on March 12th, I decided to go with some friends before I got back on the road to go back to Tuscaloosa for school. And we went to do what we had planned to do. But then on our way home, there was a girl who had missed her turn. And she decided to do something really ignorant. She decided to stop in a curve and tried to do a U-turn so she could take her turn that she missed. So we weren't speeding. By no means, we weren't speeding at all. But by the time we saw her, by the time we hit the curve, her car was already in both of the lanes. It was a thin road. Her car was already in both lanes. And so basically she had already kind of sort of did the U-turn a little bit. By the time they said we saw her, it was just too late to stop. And so the person I was with tried to go around her, and he just scraped her car a little bit in the front. But it's weird, y'all. It's very weird. Somehow we ended up in a ditch, and we hit a bunch of trees. So I'll insert pictures of the car right here. Okay, so don't ask me how that happened, and her car It was a little damaged, but not really. Don't ask me how the car looks the way that it looks, because I have no idea. In fact, I was unconscious. There were 6 of us in the car, and out of the 6 of us, there was only one person that walked away scar and injury free. And out of the 5 of us that were hurt, there was 2 of us, me and a little boy, unconscious. She didn't bother to get out to come down and check on us or anything, the other driver. But she had the audacity to get on Facebook and post that she had been in a car accident, and she asked for people to pray for her, which is fine. But she took it upon herself to say that everybody was okay when she never even checked, because no, everybody wasn't okay. And if she had actually stayed around to check or to see, she wouldn't have made that post. So no, we haven't heard from her. No, she hasn't checked in to see that everything was okay. So yeah, I'll leave it up to the other people to tell what happened to them if they want to. But as for me, it gets a little graphic. It's kind of explicit, but I'll tell you all what happened to me. I was hurt the worst out of all of us. When you see the pictures, or after you saw the pictures already, I was actually sitting behind the driver, which is the car that had the most part of the damage, the left side of the car. I don't know how some of the stuff that happened, but it did. So anyway, before I get into all of that, so I had quite a few broken limbs. I had a broken right arm, broken left leg, broken left eye socket, broken rib cage. This was sliced open. That's why you can see that mark where I had stitches. It was deep because I can see it, and I can feel it inside of my mouth too. And when they stitched it up, I can feel that too. The vertebrae in my back was thrown off track, and unfortunately, fortunately because I'm still alive, but unfortunately, and I'm still mobile, but unfortunately, I have plates and screws in my right arm and my left knee, well, my left leg. I've been in therapy since April, probably close to the end of, ever since April I've been in therapy, and I go to therapy Monday through Friday. So yes, it's been about a month, or maybe a little bit more, a little bit more than a month, where I actually just learned how to walk again. That was the most frustrating thing, and the small stuff I figured out, or I learned that we can be so unappreciative of. I didn't appreciate the fact that I could go take a shower and get dressed within a few minutes, or that I could run or walk fast, anything, because I can't do that stuff now. If I do, it takes a lot. And it takes very hard thoughts. And I was unconscious for 28 days. My memory was messed up, which leads me to my next thing. I had a traumatic brain injury, or a TBI. My memory was really, really, really messed up. They said, the doctors and therapists said, that it's my long-term memory that's messed up, but I feel like it's my short-term. And it's not noticeable, but I knew that there was a problem and my thinking was off when I couldn't remember anything at all. I didn't remember anything before the car accident. I don't remember anything during the car accident, and I don't remember anything after the car accident. It's a long story, but yeah. So I also had a trach, so that's what that is, that area. There was a hole and tubes put into my neck. I was on a breathing machine because I wasn't breathing on my own. And the doctors really couldn't tell my family anything. They didn't know what to tell them, and they didn't know what to expect. So maybe I'll be able to get them to sit down, well, my family to sit down one day and help me make a video with them explaining exactly how it went for them. So yeah, if y'all can thank them for being there, I thank them for being there and for telling me exactly what happened, because I had no idea. In fact, when the accident happened and I was unconscious, I thought that it didn't feel like I was unconscious for 28 days. It didn't feel like I was asleep for 28 days. It just felt like, no, it felt like I was asleep for 28 days. But it only felt like a day to me. It only felt like a day and a couple of hours that I was asleep. And then when I woke up, well, when I became conscious again, it took my mother pointing out scars for me to question, like, what the heck was going on and why was I in the hospital. And she explained to me that I had been in a car accident. And that's when everybody told me what happened and how I was acting or not responding. So yeah, that's it, you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, you know what to do. Leave a comment in the comment section. And hopefully the next time I come back, I'll be looking a little bit better.